I was in a relationship. I was married for 10 years. I wasn't allowed to work or anything like that. But I finally got the courage to, decide for myself what to do for me and my kids, because I was being physically, mentally, and sexually abused. And I finally got out. I got me a job, but it only lasted a couple of months, because when I least suspected, he showed up at my job site with my kids and all their clothes and just dumped them there. And I had to leave work. And when I went home, my furniture, all my belongings was in the yard. The locks were changed, and so I lost my home and my job. It's a moment that you really don't know who to go to or whatnot. My mother was also living with me, so she became homeless herself. My sister took her in, but she only had a 2-bedroom. So I was basically staying with friends, here and there. But I felt like I was being a bother.
Sure.
I didn't have no job either. It was difficult. I would sleep in cars with my kids. Until one day I just decided to just get a suitcase, one for each of us. And I just went into DTA, and I was there all day, no food, no nothing, until they placed me in a hotel. A lot of people say it's very uncomfortable, you're in a room, but it's way better than having to sleep in a car or being in the street cold, especially with your children. As soon as we got there, we were just happy that we had a bed. It was air conditioned. They was just happy. You can't cook or anything like that. Sometimes your food goes bad, but it's a blessing to have a roof over your head. Yeah.
My story, it was, I lived in Indiana, and we had a house fire. And after the house fire, I decided, after living in campgrounds and motel rooms, that we would be better off living with my mom. So we moved back from Indiana to my mom's house in Massachusetts. And then she lost her house in foreclosure, which then we all separated. And I went to the DTA office. I was placed in the Housing Family Shelter, and I've been a part of the Housing Family since July of 2011, and was placed in their permanent housing. Yeah.
You have permanent housing now?
Yes, I have permanent housing now since December of 2011, and they've really helped me get the benefits and the resources that I've needed, and they've been really helpful.
And they're still in your life, housing?
Oh yes, most definitely. I'm down in their office every day for one thing or another. They're like a second family. Yeah.
I had to be separated from them, my twin sister and her daughter, when we lost housing. And she's my support system. I'm hers.
Yeah.
When we're separated, it doesn't work. So when housing families put us back together, we're back with that support
Got
system.
us out of the shelter, got us into subsidized housing, because I'm on disability.
Yeah.
So, and we've been there going into our 5th year. So, and housing families has been there the whole way. They help with food pantries. They help at Christmas. They help at birthdays. They had the Christmas parties. It was beautiful. This is my first year being involved. I'm a homebody. I don't like being out. I'm a little uncomfortable, so bear with me, audience.
You're really doing great.
It's my first year being involved. It's my time to pay it forward.
Let me just say that the purpose, the intention around this exhibit was to break down our stereotypes that preconceived notions people have around who the homeless are. And you can see, the homelessness is not about old men on the Bowery.
Right.
It's the issue is far more complex, and it's far more pervasive and hits far more many families than really our policies are addressing. the families, meeting the families was a delight. They're very substantive people. They had a lot of integrity. They have been through a crisis that I wouldn't wish on anybody. And it's only through their own tenacious sense of commitment to their family that they were able to persevere and come through it. And what feels very special to me about this is that they have a family archive now of that is a testimony to the unity in their family and the love in their family. And that will always be there for them, and that image imprints in the eye of their heart. Should they ever need that again?
Laura Rosie. I'm the Director of Housing and Advocacy with Housing Families.
Okay. We were kind of interested how you developed this program, this exhibit.
So part of my role at Housing Families is to facilitate a family advocacy group. And the families that have been attending this group for the past couple of years have expressed a desire to build an awareness about the issue of family homelessness in our communities. And to break down the stigmas that are attached with homelessness. And so that being part of their mission, I bumped into Meg at an event, and we just started talking about her work, and I talked to her a little bit about our advocacy group, and next thing you know, we were working together and creating this exhibit. So.
Are you maybe at the State House to work with legislators and, to get the word out?
Yeah, so we're here. The advocacy group comes together. They meet with legislators and representatives, and they share their story in hopes to advocate for increased resources for housing for families.